Hello everyone, Rare Model Reviews here. It has been, what, 3 weeks since my last video I've put out. I'm pretty sure it's been an unboxing. And I am here to change that. So, yes, although this is not a model review, this, however, is something very groundbreaking for the channel. And that is going to be, this is the first video I'll be breaking out an actual camera. Not a camera phone, but an actual $700 camera I want to add. So, although I am still new to this camera, I'm still figuring out lighting settings, how to truly maximize potential of it and what have you. This is still going to be something very fresh, new, and again, groundbreaking for the channel that I think will change a lot. I also want to add that you can kind of see it in the frame, so I'll break it out here. I have a new rotating display base, so this definitely help make my model reviews a lot more cinematic, so I can't wait to finally break this thing out for my next review. And again, I think this will really just overall increase the quality of my reviews on this channel here. But baby steps. First off, I want to start small with doing some reviews on quite a few packages I've had sitting for at least a month here. So after I bang all of these out, I'll finally start doing some reviews. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I actually meant to put unboxing last week, but I had a few hiccups with my camera here. Again, I'm still learning this thing, so I'm gonna actually have to figure out how to edit that thing, because I can't just review this or rather unbox something and then just throw it out like I planned on, which is what I'm gonna do with this one. So this is gonna be, again, a little bit shaky. I'm going to unedit this one, or rather I'm going to do this unedited. So it's going to be my old setup of me kind of trying to pause in between, let's say, grabbing things out the package just so it's not so noisy. Just because, again, I want to put something out with the new camera, and then I'll figure out how editing and all that will go from there. But this intro has been 2 minutes plus, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first of all, this is going to be a P Bandai unboxing here, if you couldn't tell by this monochromatic box here. And I also want to add that this has been something I've been waiting for them to put back out on P Bandai for some time now, and that is going to be the, what is this, the Mission Pack R and V, Reconnaissance and Vesper, for the Gundam F90. So at this point, I think it's safe to say I probably have half of the mission packs for the F90. If you don't believe me, I have a F90 themed unboxing that I'll be doing shortly. So expect to see that, I'll say, next week. So this came out 2021. Nothing amazing on the sides of the boxes here, mostly for P Bandai stuff, but regardless, I'm going to show it anyway. So I really like the V pack for the F90 just because this was what inspired the F91. So it is very cool to have this, and I'm definitely going to have to build my F90 2.0 sometime very soon to go with this thing. So I better fish that thing out my warehouse I have with all my boxes here and get that thing built right around the time this thing is, so I can review them again right around the time I do so. Shoot, come to think of it, I have a couple of F90 mission packs I need to review, but moving on. So we have our first plate here, which has the 2 green beam sabers and a beam shield here, as the Vesper comes with more F91 theme accessories for it, as of course the F91 was inspired by this mission pack, so of course it's going to mirror its appearance and what have you quite a bit here. So we have some wires here. I believe this is for the Reconnaissance at this point. I believe the Reconnaissance has its own unique weapon as well, or this could be the F90. I'm sorry, the Vesper packs rifle that's unique. We'll find out just a moment we get to the menu. Some stickers here as well. I think this is more so for the Reconnaissance. I guess these stickers, I could be wrong. I'm assuming most of the stuff in the back is for the Reconnaissance, but it probably is most likely for both, if I'm honest here. And then we have some gold plates here. I'm not sure which mission pack that would be for. But moving on along here. put these back in. And now we're going to look at the menu here. So typical heat band die. It's pretty cheapy, nothing too amazing to look at, but it gets the job done of course, showing you what you will be building inside here. Usually I didn't expect this to be so long, but that's what she said. Anyway, getting straight into it here. Get this thing to focus. I also have a zoom in feature here at this camera, so let's use that, shall we? There we go. So it looks like they want you to build a reconnaissance first. Makes sense. Save the best for last, right? So nothing too crazy about the construction there. They of course are instructing you on the do's and don'ts for this baby, where you'll be attaching things once you start getting things all built and what have you. Let's focus here, camera. Looking a little blurry there. So again, it's me figuring this thing out. I'm not sure why this thing doesn't want to focus, but I shall figure this thing out and eventually make this thing look good. Hopefully, again, by the time I actually start reviewing kits. So you have all the kinks on how you work this thing out figured out by then. So it looks like we're doing the Vesper right away. So the reconnaissance is nothing to build. So this thing has the beam sabers here on a rack. It's not stowed away like the F91s are, but you can see the groundwork for the F91 there. So that's one of the cool things about the Vesper pack here, just the fact that it's similarly equipped to the F91, but it's not quite as streamlined or rather refined. So it's always cool seeing stuff like that. You can see how chunkier the Vespers look compared to the sleek, slender looking F91s, Vespers. So again, overall pretty cool. Nothing really look at from that other page, so I'm going to leave that just like that. Maybe zoom this thing out a little bit. There we go. So it looks like that extra beam rifle was for the Vesper. Figures much. Reconnaissance is for reconnaissance. Why would I need a different blaster, right? Ideally, probably wouldn't need one at all. Okay, so they want you to take out the default backpack for the Vesper packs. Interesting. Nothing that they would be able to salvage with the normal pack, so they just replace it. Then you get this cool beam shield you'd put on there. Looks like you could put one of the beam sabers. Oh no, that's from the sides, telling you to take them out and then put them in a hand. So it makes a bit more sense why it has its own unique beam sabers, because it replaces the backpack which has the beam sabers, of course. And I'm not sure what it's trying to tell you here. I guess it's trying to tell you that the F90 is not included, so you're going to need that or whatever. But anyway, and then this is of course is just showing you the decals and where you put them on. I believe those are water slides, so yeah. No comment on those, but that is going to do it for the R and the V packs here. So this is a small unboxing. There's only like 2 things in there if I'm not mistaken, so let me put this on here nice and neat like. There we go. Now for our last package here, or kit rather, again only 2 things. So move that out of the way. You as well, put there, and voila. So this is going to be for the D and G type. So this came out 2020, so this is even sooner before those two, which is crazy because in my opinion you'd think the Vesper pack should be one of the first ones they did, but I guess again, save the best for last type of theory. They want to save that for a little later, but moving on. So again, nothing too crazy on the sides, nothing really to look at there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open this thing up. So the D type is another notable mission pack, which is why I'm glad to finally add this one to my collection, as the most famous mission packs for the F90 are going to be the Vesper, of course, the prelude to the F91, the A for Assault, S for Support, and then the D for, I believe it's Destroyed. So this has a unique little beam effect part. I believe that's for the guards type. Guard has a, if I'm not mistaken, a big shield and a sword. If not just the big sword. Water slide decals in there. There's that aforementioned big sword right here in white. Some gray parts. I believe this thing also has a shield. This is for the destroyed. That's going to be the missiles there. Again, these expansion sets are usually pretty small. Just 6 runners, 3 bags, 2-piece or so. I think this one's actually only 4. So this would be something you can easily bang out like an hour. So you have, of course, the parts manifest here. Again, this looks like 7 runners. Mind you, one of them is extremely small. So getting straight into the first run here, looks like we're doing a destroyed type here, which is just basically a bunch of missile salvos and whatnot here. Some extra thrusters, because of course this thing is going to be a little bit more heavy, thanks to all the weight from the thrusters and what have you there. Then I believe, oh, okay, the Gatling gun's actually part of the destroyed. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, so this is basically, again, mission pack themed at making the heavy arms blush, and it definitely does that job well there. All kinds of missiles and the Gatling gun, and it looks like some mines it has on the waist here in the front. So very cool, and have a nice little picture of this thing. The beam rifle in hand, Gatling gun on the hip there, and all the missiles. So definitely a pack that will let the F-90 go to war with the, what was it, the Mars Zeons that this thing fought. So we next have the Garsh type. Again, has a little Zeon-esque shield on its shoulder there. Or should I say the Dejay? The Dejay kind of had a bit of a shield like that too, huh? And that's actually more of a Federation suit. Well, not actually technically carbon, but yeah. Potato, potato. They all eventually end up working together. So next here we have the sword there. The big old sword. Also want to mention, if you notice there's some parallels between a lot of these mission packs and the Crossbone Gundam, that's because the same person that made the F-90, Seabook's mom, I believe, made the Crossbone as well. So again, the stuff that didn't make it into the F-91 ended up making it into the Crossbone. Like literally, if you looked at the full cloth Crossbone and then all of these mission packs, you're going to find some things sprinkled in between just about all of them into that Crossbone, which I actually really likes. The F-90 is basically the prototype Gundam of Gundams, so just about everything that made it into the F-90's mission packs made it into a different Gundam F-90, geesh, SNRI put out later. So that is going to be it for this unboxing. Clocking at just under 15 minutes, just the way I like it. It achieved its job of, again, telling you what's new with me and the channel, as well as throwing in some some kits for me to unbox, let you guys know what eventually will be built and reviewed in this channel. So I thank you guys all so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry this is a little rough and shaky. As you can see, I still have some playing around to do with this thing. So my first little homework for myself, I'll try to play around, see how I can make sure this thing focuses and whatnot. So stuff doesn't look as blurry as it does now, for example. I can already say for the next unboxing I'll show off at the end of the week, that's going to be the one that I figure out how to edit, because one boo-boo I found out while I was recording that, hence why that one is going to be second and not first like I intended to, is playing around with my little zoom feature here. I found out if I went too far to the left here, it closes the lens, which stops the video from recording. So I did that several times, resulting in me having to now go and edit that video, which is annoying because I went on a rant about this new camera in that video. So yeah, it's going to be fun having to edit that out. I might actually end up having to mute the audio and then re-record the audio for that. Just so I don't have to deal with all that nonsense of having to edit, me talking over and whatnot. But yep, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. And again, this channel is only going to get bigger and better and more cinematic from here. So I hope you guys strapping for a ride. And of course, if you're interested in the journey of this channel, you know what to do. And this has been Rare Mod Reviews. Thank you guys all so much for watching.